Good afternoon, it's Pamela from Yorkshire in the north of England. Here to talk about crochet. I'm sorry I've not been around for a while, I've not been too well. In fact, I've decided I'm going to go to the doctor's, so I did try to get an appointment the other day, but no such luck. So I'm going to put my efforts into that on Monday, and hopefully I can get an appointment and get this thing sorted out. So that's the reason why I've been away. I am feeling a bit better today, by the way, so that's pretty good. I've just been down into Barnsley, and oh, it is busy. I'm glad I went today though, because next week's half-term holidays and it'll be even busier. So my first thing to show you, I don't think I got to show you this last week. I think I was in the process of going off to go do it. So this is for the Year of Granny Square cowl. Hosted by In My Spare Time Crochet, using this book. Last week we were on number 12, The French Garden, which I completed, and that's my square for last week. I love the colours on that one. I do think the back is neater than the front. Those cross stitches look a lot nicer at the back. But it is what it is, and like I say, once you get them all together, I don't think it'll be a noticing sort of thing. So that one is last week's. This week's is Golden Halo, which is that one. And I've done mine with a pink border. So that's that one. So mine's not so much golden border as pretty and pink border. So yeah, I like that one. Really nice to work up, that one. Now, as I was saying to you some weeks ago, when I said I'm going to do mine into a blanket, I need a 14 square for every season to make it even, so that my blanket will be 7 squares by 8 squares. So I have got this one. So I've repeated the first square, which is Spring Kite, but I've done it in the 3 other colours that I chose for the project. So I've done it in the blue, green and yellow. I just wanted one that, you know, like would, you know, just fit in with the rest really, and that is the one that I fancied doing. And like I said, I just changed the colours from the first one, I think. I hope so anyway. So that's that one. If I haven't, it don't matter, it'll be fine. So I've used for the spring squares, I've used a combination of Sirdar Snuggly Replay DK and Sirdar Stories DK. The yellow is Summer, the green is Picnic, the blue is Surf, the dark pink is Bubblegum Pop, that well, I'm calling it a pink, but it's actually mauve, is Mauve Mayhem, and then the purpley colour is, oh, it's just gone from me now which one it is. Dreamers. So that's the spring ones all done now. So I'm thrilled with those. I'm going to get to start joining them, at least the crossways, so that it's not all to do at the end. So yeah, that's that part done. Then I did, you know, chose out of my tin, I chose, it's Mimi. I chose Mimi the Bunny from Sweet Crochet Animals to do, that book by Crochet. And the specific one is Mimi the Bunny, which is that one there, which has a kind of vintage look to it. Now mine I have done using a mixture of cotton and wool. So this is my Mimi, if you can see it. So I think she's super pretty. I've used, I'll just show you what I've used for the hat, ears and dress, I've used the King Cole Homespun Prism yarn that I bought when I was up in Northumberland. So it's that one that's got like rainbowy colours but in with grey. And it's a DK yarn, and it's 50 gram ball, and it's got quite a bit in it. It's got fine merino superwash, alpaca, polyamide, acrylic and viscose. It makes it very soft, and the colour is, if I can find it again, Summer Meadow. So yeah, really nice to use that one. Again, it's the problem with having it as a with having the wool in a yarn, though. That's part of the problem. But yeah, and then we've got, for the white bits, I've got James C. Brett. It's 100% pure DK cotton in white. And then for the, you have like a different colour on the body. Now, I did make a boo-boo there, because I went to go pick my colour from my little Serdar Happy Cottons, the mini bonbons, and I chose this one but picked this one up from next to it. So I ended up doing the body in a slightly deeper yellow, which is Sunday. So that one. But then I don't think it matters though, we're just having the body in that colour. And then I went to, when I realised what I'd done, I went back up and got the Lemonade, which is a paler yellow, to use on the collar trim and the trim on the shoes, and I think that's the only bits it's on. Yes, it is. So that's that one, the yellow. And then for the grey part, which I think goes really well with the variegated yarn, I use Serdar Happy Cotton double knitting in the colour Storm. So that's a really good colour match, I think. I think that's it for my colours. The eyes are a 9mm black eye, which I don't think it's that size that it called for, but I don't think I had the size that it did. Let me just have a look. I think it was 8mm. Yes, it wanted 8mm safety eyes, and I only had the 9 ones. So she's done that. I used my 2.5mm hook. She has come out really well, I think. Like I say, my problem is, obviously I don't want it to go out into the world to be with it being wool, you know. If people don't approve of that, you know, that's the only thing. But anyway, it is what it is. Anyway, she's pretty. That's the main thing. She's pretty. Now, last Sunday I went to the Bakewell wool gathering in Bakewell, of course, in Derbyshire. Pearl, myself and Nick went. It was a foul day weather-wise. It was chucking it down, but we did have a good time. There was 3 main display halls. There was they had a main hall, because it was in a school. It was in a main hall, a drama hall and a sports hall. I think my 2 favourites was it the main and the sports hall? I think it might have been. Yeah, it might have been that. Yeah, the trouble was I knew I'd be like this. I was overwhelmed by the choice, and I couldn't pick any yarn because I was just absolutely overwhelmed. But I did get some accessories. I can't show you a lot of them so far though, because of what else I've got them for. But I did enjoy it, and I got myself some lovely little things. I can show you one of the things by the way, I'll just show you. So it's the Bakewell wool gathering, and they did have lots there. I mean, I recognise some of the names from when people have been to Yarndale. Things like there was Ducky Darlings and Coastal Colours. I've seen that somewhere else. Sure, there's a few more. I can't think. It's gone from me. But there were quite a few that I recognised when I was there. Bought some lovely soaps from one stall. That was from a farm shop. Really, they were lovely with those. But anyway, the one thing that I really liked was there was a stall called What to Do with One Skein or Two, and it's run by it's a crochet designer, and she's Carrie Symes Crochet, and she is on Instagram. And she writes patterns, and there were a couple of books you could buy. They're just like spiral bound, got about half a dozen patterns in each. And I really liked the look of some of her patterns. So, and she had some of the nicest crochet socks I've ever seen. So I'm going to have a go at some of them. And the one that I like the look of, she hasn't released the pattern for yet, but I'm going to keep an eye out for it on her Instagram page. But yeah, I like to look a lot of these. There's a, you know, I'm going to do myself a scarf for my birthday treat with the yarn I bought. I'm contemplating this one. That one. I think it's really pretty. So, and I saw that made up. I really like the look of it. If I don't use it for that, I'll use it for something else. So yeah, I like the look of her patterns. So and I'm interested to see when they do the, like I say, when they do the new sock pattern. I was going to come back to you about the stitch markers I bought a while back from Pony, the Pony brand. I got mine from Etsy. Now, the big one's not any good for amigurumi, but I think it'll be really good for bigger items like blankets or clothing. But the little ones are a lot easier to use than the other plastic ones I've got. They've got a nice bend to them, and oh, dropped it. And they feel an whole lot smoother. Because the ones I've got are very tough plastic, you know. So, and I do like how these go. So yeah, just to let you know, that brand I really like. Like I say, the big ones I think will come in handy for doing bigger items. So that was just an update on that. I've also got this to go in my display with me black wire display units. I've got another one at the side of me, and it wasn't expensive with this. I got it on Etsy. I think it was only about £7, but it's a black wire paw print, and I've had Shirley's name put on it. So that's going to go around me somewhere here where I do my filming. So she, as she's my channel's named after my ginger cat. So there you go. That's that one. If you're interested, you might not be. Don't matter if you aren't. So all there is to do now is to pick another random Lucky Dip amigurumi to work on. Don't know when that'll be. I did put on Instagram all my whips that I found when I was sorting out my crochet corner. We have done an awful lot, by the way, sorting out in the house since we had the wardrobes done. We've got much better storage spaces now. But it's been a lot of work. I think that might be why I don't feel so well as you know, thinking there's something else going on. But I like I say, we've worked really hard to sort out the shed, the understairs cupboard, the overstairs cupboard, and put things away in the wardrobe. Really happy with how it's come out though. We've got a lot, and we can get round, we can see what we've got. It's a lot better. So I don't know when I'll do this one because I've got other things on, and like I say, I found all my whips. What's he mean by that? Wallaby. Oh, I know which it is. It's from a leaflet I had from one of my Simply Crochet magazines. I'll put a picture in of which one it is. Yeah, it's a wallaby. Yeah, it's how my husband's wrote it. But yeah, and it's from the Australia book. I know what it is. It's a leaflet booklet. Yeah, so I will put a picture of that in. I'll try and put some footage of the wool show, but we were all feeling a bit damp, you know. So I didn't get a lot of footage. But it is a good wool show. I would recommend, if you're into that, to go to it. And it certainly looked a lot more manageable than Yarndale. I really liked it. So I think that's me for now. Sorry, I've been a bit scarce, but I'm hopefully back now. Fingers crossed. And I'll see you soon. Take care of yourselves.